off?
I think the difference is that Daniel is more experienced. That experience has given more confidence, and he will be a much tougher proposition for Usyk next time round.
Would you make it unfortunate pulling out? You know, he had a virus.
That's unfortunate, but it was genuine. The Board of Control looked at him and said he's not ready to box. And, they were right. You can't be putting guys in there when they're unwell.
Barry McGuigan isn't sugarcoating it. He claims Dubois is a whole new beast, more experienced, more confident, and supposedly ready to take on Usyk. But let's be real. Does anyone actually buy that? The same guy who pulled out of a fight with Parker is now suddenly a serious threat to the best technician in the division. Sounds like damage control. The so-called experience he's gained means nothing if he's still ducking real threats. And let's not forget, when the heat was on, the British Board of Control ruled him unfit to fight. But was it truly a health crisis, or just a convenient excuse to avoid a beating? If Dubois is as improved as McGuigan claims, then there are no more get-out-of-jail-free cards. If he steps in with Usyk again, it's do or die. Will he silence the doubters, or is he just another overhyped pretender waiting to be exposed?
Daniel's flying. Usyk, is it a case of, well, same as last time? But it is a good fight. It really is a good fight, and I'm glad it's undisputed. I can understand Usyk wanted to be. Would it be a 3 times undisputed, and no one's ever done that? So I can understand the motivation for that for him. And also for Daniel, what a better time for Daniel when he's coming off great wins. Obviously, he didn't get his fight, but they're both coming off great wins, and it's a good undisputed.
Joe Gallagher sees Dubois versus Usyk as a massive fight. But let's cut through the fluff. Does Dubois really stand a chance? Or is this just another payday wrapped in false hope? Usyk is chasing history, aiming to become a 3-time undisputed champion, a feat no one has achieved. Meanwhile, Dubois is riding the hype of so-called great wins. But let's be real, none of them were against someone like Usyk. This isn't just another fight. It's a brutal test of whether Dubois is truly elite or just another overhyped heavyweight. If he steps in thinking this time will be different, he's in for a rude awakening. Usyk isn't slowing down, and Dubois will have to do more than just show up. He'll have to prove he belongs among the best. Will he finally deliver, or is he...
He says Usyk. He also says Dubois. I know you're in the conversation of Dubois, Usyk. What do you do with your partner?
There's lots of things there to be done, and we will do them. There's no doubt about that. There's lots of... Sorry, I can't hear anything. There's lots of things that we can look at, lots of permutations, and we'll get there at the end of the day with a really good fight for Joe. I mean, he's on the Queensbury team, and we'll make sure we deliver.
About to be exposed again on the biggest stage. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, Frank Warren wasted no time addressing the growing buzz surrounding Alexander Usyk, making it clear it all comes down to timing, tactics, and making the dream fight a reality. With all eyes on Usyk, the big question is, can Joseph Parker be the man to dethrone him, or will Usyk's elite skills prove too much to handle? Could we be witnessing a seismic shift in the heavyweight division? Usyk has made it crystal clear. He's ready for whatever comes next, including a showdown with Parker. No hesitation, no drawn-out explanations, just pure, unshakable confidence. As the division heats up, Parker's bold statement has only fueled the fire, positioning him as a legitimate threat. But will Usyk take him on next, or will the Kiwi have to wait his turn? One thing is certain. If this fight...
One question.
One?
It's one.
Okay.
Do you want to fight Daniel Dubois next?
Yes, I wanna.
Will that happen?
What?
Will it happen next?
Good, one question.
It happens, it's going to be an all-out war. Both fighters have everything to prove, and the stakes have never been higher. This could be the defining moment of their careers. Will Parker rise to the occasion and dethrone Usyk, or will the champion once again prove why he's untouchable? The answer is just around the corner. Meanwhile, a fiery debate between Simon Jordan and Chris Billum-Smith on TalkSport exposed the raw truth behind Daniel Dubois' withdrawal from the Parker fight. Jordan didn't sugarcoat it. He's convinced Dubois wasn't genuinely ill, calling it a calculated move to avoid a fight he wasn't ready for. Was it a real health crisis, or just another excuse? The controversy continues, adding even more drama to the heavyweight scene. Daniel Dubois wasn't ready for Parker. His focus was already on Usyk, thinking he could handle Parker later.
I don't think there's any malice in terms of him pulling out because he's hurt.
No.
I think he was ill. I think it happened, and he, probably thought, I'll beat Parker, then I'll fight Usyk.
Yeah.
The Parker fight hasn't happened. In Daniel's position, naturally you're gonna chase the biggest fight out there in Usyk. From Joe's position, you're gonna be annoyed, but unfortunately that is boxing. As a voluntary defence, if the champion pulls out, most likely you're not gonna.
Simon Jordan called it exactly how he saw it. Dubois bailed at the first sign of danger, opting for the easy way out. On the other hand, Chris Billam-Smith acknowledged the brutal reality of boxing politics, the missed opportunity, the constant frustrations fighters face. Despite the controversy, Dubois remains locked in on Usyk, determined to make his move. But here's the big question. Will he be ready to face Usyk head-on, or will he fall short again? The stakes have never been higher, and this saga is far from over. Billam-Smith pointed out that Dubois is in a unique position, with Usyk firmly in his sights. According to him, Dubois feels cheated by their first fight, believing he deserves another shot. But belief alone won't be enough. He'll have to prove it in the ring. The rematch between Daniel Dubois...
I don't think that's neither difference. He won't be in his corner, I expect so. But Eubank Jr. is his own man, and that's what he's always tried to make out. This is me, this is my career, and this is how I do things. Dad, that was your era, that was your time.
And Alexander Usyk seems inevitable. But the situation is far from straightforward. It's not just about the fight, it's about timing, circumstance, and what's at stake. Usyk's focus is on becoming undisputed, and a rematch with Dubois feels like a natural progression. But with everything on the line, the tension has never been higher. Dubois is chasing redemption, determined to right the wrongs of their first encounter. But the question remains, does he truly have what it takes? Or is he walking into another storm he won't survive? The drama is far from over. Will Dubois prove he belongs at this level? Or will Usyk once again show that he's simply in a class of his own? On the other side, Duke McKenzie didn't hold back, making his stance crystal clear. Dubois is setting him. So,
Does Dubois do it second time against Usyk? He gets outboxed, yeah?
He gets outboxed again.
Does he get stopped?
Quite potentially, sure. Nobody's beaten Alexander Usyk. I don't want to make it sound too cliche, but for me, where heavyweight boxing is concerned, he's head and shoulders. He's Premier League and everybody else is First Division. As much as I like Dubois, and Dubois is improving all the time, still not got what it takes in my eyes to beat Usyk.
Dubois defy the odds, or is Usyk simply untouchable? Meanwhile, Lennox Lewis is locked in on Joseph Parker's rise, especially after his dominant victory. Fans are on edge, wondering if Parker will take on Dubois next, or if Dubois will go straight for a rematch with Usyk. But beyond that, an even bigger clash looms on the horizon, one that could reshape the heavyweight division entirely. Lewis is eagerly anticipating Parker versus Dubois, believing it could be a defining moment for the heavyweight division. While Dubois holds the belt, Lewis openly acknowledges Parker's strengths, praising his skill set and ability to compete with the best. He respects the challenge but remains confident that Parker can secure a major victory. The heavyweight division is on the verge of a seismic shift, and Parker's future has never looked brighter. This could be the turning point of his career.
Joseph Parker now, we don't know if he's going to have that fight with Daniel Dubois. If Dubois goes into an Usyk rematch next, what do you want to see?
I want to see that fight. I think it's going to be a great fight.
Parker Dubois?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great fight.
Who you got?
Who do I got? The best man. But right now, Daniel Dubois is the top man right now. He's the man that's holding the belt. So Parker has to come good. And Parker has the ability.
However, Derek Tora didn't hold back his frustrations, calling out the challenges fighters face, especially after enduring a grueling 24-hour flight. He questioned how anyone could perform under such conditions. Meanwhile, Parker has been deep in training camp for months, sharpening his skills and preparing for this crucial bout. His dedication and preparation might just give him the edge when he finally steps into the ring. The stark contrast in preparation couldn't be ignored, and Derek Chora didn't mince words, calling it a total mismatch. Throwing a fighter into the ring after enduring exhaustion, sleep deprivation, and minimal medical checks isn't just a bad decision. It's an outright injustice. Chora's frustration wasn't just about unfair preparation, the integrity of the sport itself. He questioned how such conditions could be allowed in professional boxing, going as far as calling it illegal. To him, this wasn't just a poor choice, it was a disgrace. Could this be the breaking point for the sport's integrity? Meanwhile, Johnny Fisher had strong opinions on Daniel Dubois' chances against Alexander Usyk. He's all in on backing his fellow Brit, believing Dubois has the power to stop Usyk. Fisher pointed to that brutal body shot from their first fight as proof of Dubois' raw strength. While he holds Usyk in high regard, calling him one of the best of this generation, he's convinced Dubois is the one fighter who can finally put an end to Usyk's reign. Usyk has already faced the likes of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, but now it's Dubois' turn to step up. Fisher's loyalty to Dubois...
Dubois can stop him. Yeah, he stopped him last time. That body shot I've seen given 100 times over before. I've got a huge admiration for Alexander Usyk, probably the best of our generation, but if there's one man who's going to stop Usyk now after he's gone through Joshua and Fury, Dubois is the final man, and there's a great Brit. And having known Daniel Dubois, I'll be backing Daniel Dubois every step of the way.
Dubois is unwavering, making it clear he'll be supporting him all the way. But here's the big question. Can Dubois defy the odds and dethrone the heavyweight king, or is Usyk's dominance simply unbreakable? Fans are on the edge of their seats waiting to find out. Fisher is absolutely confident in Dubois' evolution and isn't afraid to make bold predictions. Reflecting on their sparring sessions 18 months ago, he acknowledges the massive strides Dubois has made since then. After facing tough opponents like Gerald Miller and Filip Hrgovic, along with grueling training camps for his fight with Joseph Parker, Dubois has transformed into a much stronger and more refined fighter. Fisher believes Dubois is now a different animal altogether, with the experience and power.
And Dubois is a different animal to he was 18 months ago. I was sparring him about 18 months ago, 2 years ago now, and he's come on leaps and bounds since then, through fighting Gerald Miller, through fighting Hrgovic, and obviously the camps for Joe Parker, they'll all be in the bank, and I'll be backing him. I think he could be the favourite going into that.
Power to make a real statement in the heavyweight division. In fact, Fisher goes so far as to say that Dubois could even be the favourite heading into a rematch with Usyk. The question remains, has Dubois truly become the force capable of dethroning Usyk, or is this confidence misplaced? Only time will tell. Like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on Parker's journey to the top.